You're listening to the Geek Awakens, where the talk is geekier than trying to blow off your commitments to find out what your Patronus is on Pottermore. And here's the host, it's Mitch.
I don't know what it means, but I'm an adder, so there's that.
Fair enough. Also joining us is Matt.
I haven't found out my Patronus yet.
Neither have I, no worries. And the one of us who we'd expect to have already figured it out but hasn't, it's Tabitha.
And I'm the one with the eye twitch.
With the eye twitch.
I don't know what it is. I have an eye twitch because I think I can't go home and figure out my Patronus.
It must be, yeah. It's,
I want to go home and figure out my Patronus.
Obviously directly related. Obviously.
Why else would I have an eye twitch?
No, I'm with you. We're on the same page here.
Right.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. What have we got to talk about today, Mitch?
Well, I'm going to start off first with a little bit of C2E2 news. It's not until April, but they did announce yesterday that Stan Lee will be there making his last C2E2 appearance.
So have to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll be there. I know for a fact.
Tickets go on sale on October 26th.
Of course they do.
And typically, you know, I wait until later on to buy the tickets because you don't really need to.
Right, like when they're in March, you wait till, March.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I don't know if it's going to, but I feel something like this may cause...
A sellout?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I'm getting my ticket before then.
It's probably a good call. Honestly, I don't blame you. I'm going to attempt to get it as soon as possible myself.
Yeah. I mean, I know we were
I feel like before the new year we'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I think after that, people start planning out their year of Comic Cons. Yeah, we're gonna get, if we don't get on it then. So I'm gonna try to get it, October, November.
Yeah. Like, I typically work because the tickets go on sale on Wednesday, and I typically work on like all day on Wednesdays. I'm thinking about taking the morning off so I can make sure.
Except for like the one Wednesday I went there, you weren't working.
I knew you were coming in.
So you just didn't show?
Maybe.
That's
I don't
hurtful.
know. No, I'm just making that up.
I think you said something on Facebook about having a friend in town or something. So I assumed. I'm like, well, there goes Mitch. He posted something about bells on his socks or some crap.
Yeah.
Which I'm a little jealous about the socks. I'm not gonna lie, I love those socks.
Yeah. They were actually for a work Christmas party. We had kind of like an ugly sweater type deal, and so I decided to go all out, and I bought some socks and wore those as well. They had little bells on them.
Came to the contest with bells on.
I did. And that was kind of where the whole thing with my friend started. Because I said, I was like, oh, I'll be there with metaphorical bells on. He was like, oh, well, a real friend would wear real bells. So I was like, I got you.
So he's like, I'm wearing real bells.
I can make that happen.
Yeah. And then we were hanging out, and we were walking downtown later, and they were all really weirded out by the fact that I was jingling every time I took a step.
At least they didn't lose you.
That is true.
They knew where you were.
That is true.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Right? If you know anybody who sidles, get him socks with bells.
So, anyway. But yeah, so going back to Stan Lee, I'm just throwing this out there now. Perhaps we should like do a theme like cosplay day at C2E2, but it's all got to be like Stan Lee created characters.
Could all dress up as Stanley cameos.
Ooh.
I want a mustache.
I mean, I have a mustache.
I don't know. We'll have to see, because I kind of, if I end up going, which I'm really hoping that I do, I'm really kind of hoping to have an actual cosplay like set up for at least one day. So
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do 2, but I don't know.
This would be my first ever. So
Yeah.
But it's really simple.
I've got a friend of mine. I've been trying to arrange it for years. Well, a year or more. About a year and a half. I don't know. No, it's been about 2 years. Heck, 2 years.
For some undisclosed amount of time.
Yes. Been trying to arrange it for some time. He's a special effects makeup artist, and he's created a Shrek appliance for me.
Nice.
That looks pretty legit. I think you guys have seen like the pictures, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he and I have always talked about me cosplaying as Shrek at a con, and I just need to make it happen. Is what it is. So
Yeah.
I think this year may be the year.
Nice.
Excellent.
You just need somebody to do Donkey as well.
That would be amazing. Anybody volunteering? Matt?
I don't know how I feel about that.
How's your Eddie Murphy impression?
Awful.
Perfect. My Shrek impression is also awful, so we'll get along just fine.
But you do a Dynamite Daniel Craig.
I just want to make note that my children are always screaming in the background of our shows. And everybody's children are screaming. There are like multiple children upstairs, and they're all screaming and crying right now. Nobody's happy.
They want to be part of the show.
They do. Little they knew they already are.
People are.
Okay, Ariel.
Thank you.
I'm really glad you got that. I wasn't going to sing it.
I'm kind of sad that you didn't.
I am too now.
But then they would probably shut the whole website down, and they'd come in and take Pickett's equipment away and be like, "You're not worthy."
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, me too.
I'd have to hear you sing.
Yeah.
Nope. All right then. Got it. Moving on.
So, a little bit of comics news. We're going to start off with, it was announced last couple of days that after Civil War II, She-Hulk is going to go to just Hulk. So, it's still going to star, or whatever, Jennifer Walter, who's going through some tough times. I mean, she was hurt pretty badly in Civil War II, if you haven't known that already. Sorry.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. And even bigger spoiler alert, she's still coping with the loss of her cousin, Bruce Banner.
Wait, what? That is a massive spoiler.
It's been out for a few weeks, though.
I mean...
Well, that's been out for 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a little bit of cushion.
Still, dang.
But anyway, so this new Hulk comic is with her dealing with all of that, and it's going to be written by Mariko Tamaki, and Nico Leon is going to be the artist. So they were saying that the reason for dropping the she in She-Hulk is because She-Hulk invokes lighthearted stories about Jennifer Walters, and this isn't that book. It's going to have more of a darker theme. I get where they're coming from with that, but at the same time, I think that she should still be She-Hulk. She's still She-Hulk.
Yeah. I mean, I understand their point, but...
Well, it's like they're saying that if they include the word she, it appears that she's weak. That's the way I hear that. Like if we put the word she in there, it appears to be lighthearted and fancy and funny, but if we take she out, it makes it more like raw rage.
Yeah, that's kind of how I took it too. I was like,
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So, speaking of things that Marvel does that we're not really fond of, Matt, you've got some new Monsters Unleashed info.
Yeah, more information is being released about this after they teased it so big a couple of weeks ago. Now they've basically said that it is going to be the next crossover event in the Marvel Universe after Civil War II ends. I guess not counting the Inhuman versus X-Men thing.
I mean, and while that's a crossover, but at the same time, it's not going to be like
It's not an all-encompassing event.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is supposed to be like pretty much everybody. Basically, with the new information that they've released, they are saying, one, that Cullen Bunn is going to be the writer for the series, for this event, and that it's basically a Pacific Rim style assault on the Marvel Universe. So every monster that you can think of, whether it's Groot or Devil Dinosaur, they are all going to be fighting our Marvel heroes.
I'm just happy that this is the first crossover big event or whatever that I'm I'm okay on missing out on.
Right?
Like, I don't feel like, oh, I have to get involved in this one too.
Well, and they
Yeah.
also said that there's going to be minimal tie-in issues.
Which, that is nice.
That's fabulous.
Because, I mean, I went yesterday to pick up comics, and I had actually skipped last week, so my pull list was pretty heavy. And even to the point where I was like, I'm going to come back for some of these. But I picked up all the Civil War tie-ins because, or at least of the ones that I'm reading, and that was still massive.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much Civil War going on, and
Which, I mean, at least for Civil War, it really makes sense because it's affecting everyone. So, I mean, that I get. But, yeah, after a while, the extreme number of tie-ins gets a little extreme.
yeah. Do you want to say extreme one more time?
I was thinking about it.
Extremely extreme.
It might be a little extreme.
And then, coming from Marvel in 2019, Monsters Unleashed Extreme.
Monsters Unleashed now. Again.
And this episode is brought to you by the word extreme. The password is...
So,
As long as it wasn't a Yahoo password, you're okay.
ooh, too soon?
Touche.
So moving on a little bit. Valiant announced that they are teaming up with Keep Abreast, which is a cancer nonprofit that caters to millennials. Excuse me. And they Keep Abreast has, I guess, signed deals or agreements or whatever with people like Katy Perry, Iggy Pop, etc. But now they are also teaming with Faith.
Okay.
So
Cool.
they are going to have they're going to have a presence at New York Comic Con next month, and going off of that, there's going to be more tie-ins between the two. Well, I guess between the company and the character. Also, there is even a in issue number 3 of Faith, there is a Keep Abreast Check Yourself variant cover.
Okay.
So,
I like all this that's happening. I feel like they're being really, I feel like all the comic companies are trying to be more inclusive for women. Some of them in not great ways, but at least they're trying to be inclusive.
in addition to that variant cover, the partnership is working on a custom comic book with a focused story. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. And then also, DC Comics and IDW is going to, in December, publish a 144-page comic book titled Love is Love. It's going to benefit Equality Florida and those affected by the Pulse shooting back in June. So it's going to feature mostly like 1- and 2-page stories, including people from ranging from Damon Lindelof, Patton Oswalt, just a wide range of people who are committing to this project.
That's pretty cool. That's a lot of stories, too, if you're only doing 1 to 2 pages.
Yeah.
Also, the art that was included with that article that you posted is fantastic.
It was really
It's
cool.
one of like the better things that I've seen roll out of that. Like, I know there's been a lot of art for the Pulse nightclub, like the, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't even know anymore.
Shooting?
No.
Is it extreme? just thought I'd throw it out there. No?
But like to raise awareness or whatever, and it's one of the better pieces of art I've seen, and I think it's awesome that it's so superhero focused. People maybe that wouldn't have like paid attention to it before are paying attention to it now.
Mm-hmm.
But I will be kind of interested to see. I mean, if these stories are going to be focused on like specific characters, like just staying in their world, or if there's going to be any kind of like crossover between different universes or whatever.
Oh, between IDW and
Yeah.
and DC. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and find out.
No.
And it's going to be hard though with only 1 to 2 page stories. I mean, I guess it would be hard, but not necessarily, because you could just kind of put characters together and create a scene for them to go in. You don't have to really create the background.
Right.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But 144 pages that's a hefty book.
Yeah. And it's going to be what, $9.99. So
That's not bad at all.
No, that's a good deal and a good cause. And
does it say how much of the proceeds are going where?
The article that I read didn't specify. But
Okay.
Moving on, Tabitha, you had a little question, which when you first asked me, like, that was the first time that I had seen this.
Really?
And then
Yeah.
I kept seeing it. It's not been one of those things that has completely taken over my Facebook and my Instagram and all that, but I've seen more and more instances of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not blue dress, white dress, or black dress, white dress, but it's it's gaining popularity.
I saw it like a week ago. I follow.
Look at hipster Tabitha
I
over
know.
here.
I know about all the cool things before you guys. I spend too much time on the internet is the problem, but I saw someone post it and I'm like, oh, that's fun. So I sat there and thought about it and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. It's the describe yourself in 3 fictional characters thing that's been floating around. I saw it first on Instagram, and then I follow a bunch of YouTube people and they were talking about it as well. And just today, I actually saw it for the first time on my Facebook. So I posed the question to you guys. Who are the 3 fictional characters that describe you? Mitch, I know you struggled with this. Do you want to go first?
I might be cheating a little bit, so I may have to go first because I have more than 3.
Okay.
And I kind of padded it in case somebody steals one. I have another one. Because, okay.
I mean, we're all kind of similar people,
Yeah.
so we might have some in common.
And I've thought about this probably more than I really should have thought about it.
That's the point.
And it was giving me stress today because it's like,
Who am I going to finish?
yeah. And it's like,
who's the best one?
and I even tried to kind of put it in terms of like, oh, well, they shouldn't all be TV characters. I should also include like a literary character. Ooh, what about, a character from a play or something? And it was just, I probably got 1 or 2 gray hairs over it.
Well, I didn't mean to give you
I mean, it's okay.
high blood pressure. I just
It's
I
okay.
thought it was fun.
And for like normal people, yeah, it would be fun.
Mitch took
However-
it to the extreme.
I did.
There's a 3-page explanation for each one.
5-paragraph essay.
Single spaced.
10-point
No,
font.
no, double spaced.
Oh,
Come on.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Front and back, though, right?
Yeah. And just to annoy everyone, it's in Comic Sans.
Well, I won't read it.
nope. I'm out.
So, all right. So I guess I will go first. For me, the first character that I chose was Liz Lemon.
Okay.
She's her personality is kind of, well, I mean, obviously it's a very much characterized and over the top and everything, but I see a lot of myself in the things that she gets into. Also from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Michelangelo. It's because I like to have a good time and I eat pizza probably a little more than I should.
Oh God, I'm all the Ninja Turtles.
I was going to say,
And then the third one, I'm literally like, because there are 2 that I kind of want to have as my third one, and I'm flipping a coin.
Have
internally.
a half and a half.
Yeah. All right, so 2.5, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. BB-8
Okay.
I mean, he's fiercely loyal, to those around him, and he gives the thumbs up all the time. No, not all the time. But, And then lastly, the doctor, because again, it varies in terms of which doctor you're talking about, but in some instances, like 11, I mean, he's very much a child at heart. And I mean, I'm wearing a frickin' Voltron T-shirt right now, so
It's true.
I'm very much a man-child. And then you've got somebody like 12 who, kind of has a gruff exterior and, hates people, and but he doesn't really hate people, and that's where I'm going with.
All right.
Okay.
Who's next? I mean, do I get to choose? Like,
Yeah,
is
you
it
choose.
one of those?
You choose, but I have to go last because I.
Well, it's
Pose
pretty
the question.
pretty simple then, because I did not do this, as I've been excruciatingly busy. I did not.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. I actually thought about it a little bit, but I really didn't have a lot of time to sit down and okay.
Well, now you don't get to do it, and next week we get to tell you what 3 people you are
Okay.
with no input from you.
I'm down. I'm okay with this. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Not for me. I mean, you heard about all the stress I went through for myself. Now it's gonna be a whole PowerPoint.
Get the projector ready.
It's always ready. I'll even
That's-
broadcast it.
That's what she said.
I don't know why she would say that.
And that's why I probably should have also put Michael Scott down.
Yes.
He is probably one of my favorite fictional characters ever. I just anybody see the YouTube clip of the first aid, like when they brought the lady in and they were doing the CPR dummy?
Can't say I have.
I mean,
I'll play it after the show. It's ridiculous. You guys have to see it. It's just that good.
so all right. So Matt,
So I guess I'm next. Yeah, I definitely put some thought into this too, and I mean, I don't know. I don't have the essay, answers for each of them for the reason. But I guess I would go with Harry Dresden.
Nice.
Just because of the sarcastic, cynical sense of humor, and I feel like if I had superpowers like he does, that would be me. Like I'd be even more sarcastic. Then I had to pick a writer, and this was hard because I was trying to find a fictional writer that I felt like I had something in common with, and there's a very small part of his personality that I attach to here. So I'm gonna say Jack Torrance from The Shining, just because he struggles as a writer, getting the words on the page, and he goes off to the Overlook Hotel thinking that it'll be good for him to get away and to be able to just focus on his writing. In turn, he ends up going crazy. And as much as I think I would like to go away and just, settle down and do some writing all quiet by myself, I think it would probably drive me crazy. So that. And then I also had to pick a father figure because I am a dad. So I went with Arthur Weasley. Kind of fun, kind of lighthearted.
Next time I find a plug, I'll bring it to you.
If I had to pick a father figure, it'd totally be Homer Simpson. To be honest.
I mean, you got the hairstyle for it.
It's true.
Exactly. That or Peter Griffin.
No. Mm-hmm.
All right, Tabitha, you're up.
So, like Matt, I also had to pick a writer, and I struggled with that one too. But then I started thinking about all my favorite books when I was a kid, and I remembered my 15,000 copies of Little Women upstairs, and I went with Jo March because she's sarcastic and she was ahead of her time, and she was a feminist when there was no reason for her to be a feminist most of the time, and she's that person that would give up everything for anybody that she knows, especially her family, which in my case would not be my family, but my group of friends that are like my family. And she struggles to put put everything she wants to on paper, and then when she does, it gets destroyed, which has happened to me more than once. So I relate to Jo March. She's also a huge tomboy, which I don't know. I don't know. That's me. And then, of course, I went with Hermione Granger because, let's get it real, I'm an insufferable know-it-all most of the time. And when in doubt, I look for logic in a book because that's what I do. And then last and certainly not least, I went with Daria Morgendorffer because that girl is my spirit animal. And I'm pretty sure that the reason that I am the way I am is from watching Daria episodes over and over and over as a child. I'm sarcastic. I hate everyone, but I'll be damned if I'm not a nice person deep down. Sort of.
As nice a person as you'll let yourself be.
Yeah, because being too nice is just weird.
Just strange.
It's
guys.
just weird.
Like that person that is nice 24/7.
Yeah, those people creep me out.
Like, they literally have never said a bad word about anybody.
Those are the crazy ones, though. Those are the ones that like go off the deep end and
So
blow
yeah, those ones
everybody
you
up.
gotta watch for.
Yeah. Those are the scary ones. At least you see my rage on the outside.
It's true.
So I want to interject for a quick second here. This episode is not actually sponsored by the word extreme. It is, on the other hand, sponsored by Weeble's Bar and Grill, who this Sunday have their second annual chili cook-off coming up, which looks to be intense or extreme. Basically, what they do is they're raising money for the American Legion's wreaths across America. So if you want to enter in a chili, it's $10, or if you want to go and taste some chili, it's $5. And it's like all you can eat or all you care to eat.
Nice. Okay.
But that'll be this upcoming Sunday. I think tasting starts around like 2. They're going to start cooking at 9:30. So if you want to enter in a chili, $10, you can go and enter it in. And then if you want to just go and eat some chili, why, it's all you can eat for $5.
Cool.
I'm trying to see. There was actually... Okay. My computer's being weird. Okay, there we go. Sorry. So yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what time they're letting people in to eat, but like they'll be cooking around 9:30. I would assume no earlier than 11 or 12 for cooking.
Awesome.
Or for eating.
Eating.
So, but yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Yeah, Weeble's Bar and Grill, Peoria Road, this Sunday. Check it out.
All right.
Nice. So, but yeah, so one person who probably won't be at the chili cook-off is George R.R. Martin, because Matt.
He's too busy not doing other things like writing a book. As we talked about last week in the, fake, release date for Winds of Winter. While he's supposedly still working on that, he had time to talk backstage at the Primetime Emmys and mentioned that he has thousands of pages of fake history for everything that has led up to Game of Thrones. Which doesn't surprise me considering how complex that is. So he's got all of that material. He says he's writing more. And basically just led to the fact that there might be a prequel on the horizon.
And this is coming from somebody who, I mean, my Game of Thrones knowledge is very minimal. But prequel, I mean, that's probably not going to happen, right?
It's not, because I'm going to Annie Wilkes him in like 2 days because I can't take it anymore.
There's that rage.
Oh my God. Like, no, stop. Stop working on things. Like, you have a thing you're supposed to be completing. You are being paid very well to complete the thing you're completing. Stop working on other things. I swear to God, if we get a prequel before
Well, he did say that, he does have the show to finish, and he has 2 books to finish. So,
yes.
The prequel is all speculation.
What if the next book What's the name of it?
Winds of Winter.
Is the prequel.
I will Annie Wilkes him. I will literally, I will rent myself a cabin in Maine, and I will kidnap him, and I will break his legs, and I will tie him to a chair, and I will even get him a nice computer. He doesn't even have to use a typewriter. I'll even get Wi-Fi, except he won't be able to use it because he could tell somebody where
it's a typewriter.
Bad call.
No, I'm gonna get him a laptop because I get it. I couldn't type on a typewriter either, and he would be like, space, because I feel like that's how he writes. Like
that was his one word for the day.
Yeah, he's like, and I'm done. Time to go watch TV.
I'm spent.
Space. Ding. That's what I would do because I like that sound.
I will Annie Wilkes him. It's gonna happen. I'm so irritated.
So basically what you're saying is we kind of need to like keep tabs on you for the next few
Probably.
days.
I should probably turn that like Find My iPhone feature on for all of you guys so you can be like, where's Tabitha? Oh, she's at home. Oh, where's Tabitha? She's on a plane. Where's she going?
Well, no.
First of all, let's hope you're on a plane, your phone's not on.
I mean, it could be on airplane mode.
But it wouldn't detect the GPS.
It sometimes does.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's very strange.
And besides, you would just be smart about it and leave your phone at home.
Yeah, I would get a burner phone. I'm not an amateur. Let's get real, guys.
That's it. I'm low jacking Tabitha.
So you've done this before.
No? Question mark. Don't low jack me. How does it? I don't know. I'd figure out a way out of that. Let's get real. I put it on my cat or something.
Well, not if you don't know that I've done it. Maybe
it's already done.
Took it from me. Damn you, Matt.
Did I like pass out here one day and there's like a tracking device underneath my
implant.
skin? It's probably in the back of my neck. I would never know it was there.
Have you had that itch on your scalp for long?
You know that twitch in your eye?
It's not the Patronus after all.
It's just your tracking chip. It's fine. Totally flexible. You don't even notice it after a couple days.
It's actually not the worst idea you guys have ever had.
Next week we go through a live video of us putting a tracker chip in Tabitha's eyelid.
Yeah, I'm not going to be around for that. That sounds
Terrifying,
yeah.
but it's gonna be so much
It's
fun.
gonna be very like Clockwork Orange.
I'm good. I'm good.
Do you not do like eye stuff?
Not really, no. No. No.
Are you one of those guys that gets weirded out when people touch their own eyeball?
Like when I was a kid, I used to touch my own eyeball all the time.
Just like
Just because you could?
Yeah. Because like I would like try to see like how long I can go without blinking or whatever, and yeah.
He was also a kid that tried to sneeze with his eyes open.
No, because rumor had it you sneeze with your eyes open and then your eyeballs will just pop out, and I was like, no, I'm good on that.
You're okay with them as long as they're in your head?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did always try to swim with my eyes open though.
Who didn't?
Yeah.
I mean, I did a lot.
I always did.
Okay.
It's okay.
I thought that made me weird.
No.
It's just other
It
things
just
that
made
me
you
weird.
observant.
Did you love goggles?
Yes.
Aren't they the best?
They are.
You're like, I can see everything.
It's like a whole new world.
You could have at least used a Little Mermaid reference.
Right, not a
Sorry.
freaking Aladdin reference.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm okay with it.
I didn't realize we were sticking with the Little Mermaid theme. I'm sorry.
Well, it was
I'll try
not
better
like
next
that,
time.
but it was we're talking about underwater seeing.
Pickett's really disappointed.
Gosh.
So you're talking about being under the sea?
Yes. Damn it, Matt.
I'm just a failure tonight.
I'm just,
Extreme failure.
I'm just a cotton-headed ninny muggins.
So anyway, moving on. So I had planned a little bit of Power Rangers news, and we're going to get to that in a second. But actually, Tabitha showed me something, and I don't know if she showed either of you two. So it might be kind of like breaking news or whatever. But
Well, it only happened 6 minutes ago.
There we
I
go.
haven't read the read the actual article yet.
I skimmed through the article. There's not a whole lot to it.
No? Okay. Bill Hader is going to be Alpha 5 in the Power Rangers movie. Can we talk about this picture, though?
I mean, that's honestly a fairly normal picture of Bill Hader.
Exactly.
It really
He's
is.
just like, nerp.
I am overjoyed by this news.
At very first, I was like, I don't know about that. But then I started thinking about it. I started thinking about Bill Hader's voice, and I was like, yes, I am 100% on board.
Does he get to be in the costume?
The costume's probably going to be CGI. I mean, Alpha 5, I don't know.
Probably. I mean, it's either going to be CGI or he's going to be like a humanoid type robot thing. Either way, you know.
Either way, I don't see him actually being Alpha 5. I just
Right.
see him
Voicing.
providing the voice.
But I'm so happy that they're going to have Alpha 5.
I think we talked about it on the show like a
we
few
did.
weeks ago that
We did.
it was going to be. Jeez.
And I'm actually quite happy with their selection, too.
Yeah.
What's the sound that he makes? It says this character is perhaps best known for his excited...
Ay, 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 ay.
Well, that's obnoxious.
I'm not going to lie, dude. You sounded like a...
It wasn't a good one.
Impressions are obviously not our forte.
Except Pickett.
Oh yeah, and,
Well, you know.
and his Daniel Craig, which is phenomenal.
Right.
Better than the real thing, even.
I'm just going to...
So he's gonna cue it up.
I mean, if it'll...
Oh, that thing.
Oh, yeah. What was yours again?
Nope.
Mitch?
You heard it once. If you want to hear it again, you can rewind on the video. Because it's out there for everyone
Forever
to hear forever.
on the internet.
Yes. So. But anyway, in addition to that, a few days ago, they released some posters. You don't see the full Zords, but you get a glimpse of them. Did you guys all?
I saw this.
I did. I was
Okay.
actually kind of disappointed in the pictures because the article was like, "Oh, new pictures of the Zords," and then you go look at them. It's like, is that a toe?
Right.
Oh wait, no, that's the knee. I'm like, I can't tell what that is.
Yeah.
It was kind of disappointing to me.
We're going to actually see the full the Zords in full at New York Comic Con during the Power Rangers panel. It says it's going to be there. We're going to get a first look. I don't know if that means a trailer as well.
Okay,
I mean, the movie's coming out in March. I mean, a trailer's got to drop
soon.
Yeah. Some trailers have dropped like a year in advance, just like a teaser or something. I wish we had that. I would be happy with a teaser.
Right.
So let me ask you this. Here's the question. We've had 2 movies that have come out in the last year or two, that were big, like, or no, 3 movies in the last couple of years that have come out that are like big, like reminiscing type movies. 2 of them being Jurassic World and Ghostbusters. Used like the same format for their trailer. It was like a soft piano version of like the theme songs.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think they'll do that with Power Rangers?
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, look, if you're wanting to build something up as epic, there's no better way.
Mm-hmm.
Just not.
Well, see, for me, while while that like piano thing was cool for those 2 movies, and at the same time I could see it working for Power Rangers, I don't want that to become
The thing.
yeah. And we see that for every reboot or revisit or whatever from here until the end of time.
They're doing it for Beauty and the Beast, too.
They've already done it for
I knew that there was a third one. I couldn't think of what it was.
It's like the same trailer from the animated one, but in live action, like scene by scene by
Yeah.
scene by scene. It's beautiful.
Which actually,
but,
watching them side by side is pretty cool
Yeah.
to see
Yeah,
the
it is
comparison.
I mean, it's to bring back the nostalgia for all the people that's what they grew up with.
But that's just it. That's where they're going to make their money. It's not the kids. The kids
No.
don't care. They're going to make their money off people who are like, oh my gosh, I remember this cartoon when I was a kid. So, yeah.
Also included in this article, because it had, like, at the very end, it had, other who's, like, been cast and all that kind of stuff. There are other names in here that I've never heard of or anything. I mean, you've got David Denman is playing Sam Scott.
Sam Scott.
No idea. Sarah Gray is playing a character named Amanda. And then Emily Madison is playing a girl named Rebecca.
But no Bulk and Skull.
No Bulk and Skull yet. I'm still holding out hope. But at the same time, I mean, so far they've kind of given us just about everything that we want. If we don't end up getting a Bulk and Skull, I think I'll be okay.
Well, and let's be honest, Bulk and Skull were kind of the massive comic relief. Just like a punching bag, essentially.
Yeah.
So if they're making this movie more of a serious type thing, we don't need that. But what we might get are two people who are just complete douchebags. If we get a Bulk and Skull.
I mean, I'd be okay with even like a background type cameo of two people that, like looked similar to Bulk and Skull. Like, in Angel Grove High or something, you were, to see them walk through the background or sitting in the gym or something like that. But like, front and center of the picture, but still in the background. Like, I think that would be enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
To say, hey,
a little Easter egg,
in homage to the characters.
No, that would be okay. I'd be okay with that.
So, and what?
I have a Hamilton reference to everything today, and they just keep happening. Don't ask.
There's a Hamilton reference to Bulk and Skull. I'm really kind of
that
intrigued.
would be enough.
I got
there
it.
It is.
Anyway, one more, and unfortunately, our listeners can't really see this, and I'll probably post it here later on. But the picture of the Zords. Why does Billy look just cool?
That was bizarre.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to
paint me like one of your French girls.
Right.
I mean,
paint me like one of your French Rangers.
That's that lean.
It's like that. What is that? That Burt Reynolds, like Playboy magazine, like cover. Like that's the position he's in. That's all I thought of.
Bam. He just looks like way too cool and laid back, and that's not really what Billy is. And I mean, this is a different universe, so I mean, they're probably not going to have the same character traits, but
yeah.
I'd like for my Blue Ranger to be a little bit on the dorky side.
Maybe he's posing like that ironically.
Maybe.
I'll bet you wanted an Oriental Yellow Ranger too, didn't you? Jeez.
Took it too far.
Sorry.
I'll let it slide. I don't really have a choice.
I did notice that the... never mind. Let's move on. It's best.
After the show?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Matt, you had a story about CW.
I do. So CW has pulled their shows from Hulu in conjunction with their new agreement with Netflix. Their new agreement with Netflix is basically after the season ends, 8 days after the season finale ends, the entire season will be available on Netflix to stream. So you'll be able to have more time to catch up before the next season starts. In conjunction with that agreement and no episodes on Hulu, the CW is going to have their own app for a variety of streaming devices. It's going to be available for Roku, Chromecast, Apple TV, Xbox, and the Amazon Fire TV.
Nice.
And it's going to function much like their agreement with Hulu did, where they will show the most recent 5 episodes of their shows. At least up until the full season is available on Netflix. At that point, then those episodes will come off of the app. So yeah, it said every show will be available. Supergirl, Flash, iZombie, The 100, all of them. And they won't require a login or subscription.
Nice.
So,
That's really good. That's my favorite part of it actually.
Right.
Because I actually have the CW app on my tablet. So if I want to watch a show, I can just go on there and do it. But the idea that it's specifically just for streaming,
Right.
And I can put it on my Fire TV is kind of cool.
So I think that was interesting with their new agreement and dropping off of Hulu, that you'll still be able to get to the most recent episodes, even if you can't watch them.
Do you know if that app is out yet, or they're going to put it out soon?
No, I don't know.
Well, the article that you posted said next week the CW is releasing a new app, and I feel like that. So
yeah, the article's dated the 20th, and it says next week.
So soon.
Okay.
Soon.
Not yet, but soon.
Extremely soon.
Actually, it was funny that you brought that up, because as you started talking about that, I looked down, a friend of mine texted me asking me why the CW show's been pulled off of Hulu. No joke.
And now you know.
And I give an answer real quick, too, so that was awesome.
I was going to say that your answer should have been, I don't know, listen to the Geek Awakens tonight and find out.
Touche.
So, anyway. So, on our... Oh, my God. Sorry, my voice was just giving out. Just, again, I'm going through puberty, guys. It's okay.
Bit late for that, isn't it?
A little bit.
We should have a talk then.
It's okay.
No.
So anyway, I don't know if I want to hear that talk from you, Pickett.
Well, it needs to happen, Mitch. Look, your body's about to go through some changes. You start feeling some urges.
Speaking of bodies going through some changes, I'm cutting them off right there. Posted a video on our Facebook page earlier of this car, this BMW. It's from a Turkish R&D company called Letvision that transforms into a transformer.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Where's this video?
It's on our Facebook page.
Why, thank you, Mitch.
You're welcome. The transforming automobiles called Letrons, they transform from regular BMWs into two-legged machines that can perform pretty limited movements. They can move their heads, arms, wrists, and fingers. It's about all they can do so far, but don't worry. The destruction of the human race. They'll be able to do that soon.
No battling other evil aliens just yet.
Yeah. They got a lot of different models. There's the Bismuth, Argon, Wolfram, and Tantal. But there's no any kind of details as to when or if these things will ever be available, which they probably won't ever be available, because I'm going to be that type of person when I'm driving. I'm going to hit the wrong button and transform, and I'm going to be stuck in there.
Blow out an overpass.
Wait. So I'm looking at this, and it doesn't appear as though someone's actually driving it. It seems like it's remote controlled.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, that's kind of lame, though, right? I mean, what's the point of having a transforming car if you can't drive it?
Give him some time.
No, I want it now.
Okay, Veruca Salt, calm down. You're going to have to wait.
Okay. I just get a little overexcited sometimes, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, so far I'm not overwhelmed by this. I'm not gonna lie.
I know one of Pickett's 3 fictional characters now.
I'm sorry. I'm watching a video.
And I am too. And I almost, from ages ago when we first started this show, I brought that video of the transforming cake. I might be more impressed by the cake.
Right? This thing is slow. It's not doing much, and you can't drive it.
I mean, to be fair, you can't drive the cake either.
No, but it's a
But
cake.
you could eat the cake.
The cake was edible.
True.
It was still a cake. This is not a car. This is
yeah.
a big, expensive BMW toy.
Most BMWs are toys.
Oh my gosh, it's smoking. Did it fart? It's opening its hand. Can it walk? Does it move?
I don't think it can walk.
Okay, this is ridiculous. So what does it do? It just lawn art that transforms into a freaking car?
Lawn art.
What the
So
hell?
you will see these cars on the north end of Springfield very soon.
ridiculous. Oh, now it's transforming back into a friggin' car that can't drive. Or that you can't drive. It drives, with the remote control. Maybe you sit on the car. I guess
feel like
that
that's
would
not
work.
safe either, because then you're going to fall when it starts.
I would install a seatbelt. I want to ride my transforming car, okay? I'm sorry. I'm getting a little worked up about this. I just got real. Look, it's serious, okay? I just want a car that works, like a car
Transforms.
and transforms.
Don't care how, I want it now.
Off in the distance, you hear boom, ba, boom, ba, doop, ba. It gets louder as they come closer. Alright. He is furiously typing.
I'm writing a letter.
So anyway,
This. Oh, it's an ad. As soon as this ad is finished in the next 26 seconds, I will show you how it's supposed to transform. And I would be happy if it transformed this way and I couldn't drive it. Because it doesn't take 5 hours. Eventually, I will show. The video takes 5 hours to get there, but it's an ad. So I mean, if I was gonna have a vehicle that transformed into a transformer, this is the speed I would expect. Here it is. Eventually.
I'm kind of underwhelmed right now.
Well, first, it becomes a cool truck. Which is kind of cool. Anyways, I want to see it transform. Wait, it already does it. Somewhere. Okay, that was, first of all, let's be honest. That's pretty cool. I want a car that can do that.
I don't want a car that will put flames on the side by itself. I'm not okay with that.
I am okay with that. Look how sick that truck
I
looks.
don't want my car to turn into Guy Fieri.
What if it talks like Guy Fieri, too?
I am selling that thing as quickly as possible.
And we're rolling out.
Oh, Jesus.
I wish I knew more Guy Fieri catchphrases to throw out there.
It's going to happen soon. Wait, I think it's about to happen like right now.
Transformers.
See, now here's a car that transforms. Oh, it's not going to show that transformation. Go figure. There's Bumblebee. By the way, we're watching Transformers. That's what's happening right now, just so you're aware. See, look at that. Look at that. That is impressive.
That is way bigger than it would be if that truck actually just transformed. There are too many parts there.
And also, I mean, these people that made their quote-unquote transforming BMW, I mean, this is just step one. I mean, you gotta
give them a minute.
Yeah, you gotta crawl before you can walk and walk before you can run. I mean,
I don't know. I just expected more.
You just ruined his whole day.
I know. Damn it. Leave it to me to, disappoint.
I have the Oompa Loompa song stuck in my head.
All right, so our last story of the night. You may remember a little while ago, we were talking about how furries ruined Tony the Tiger's Twitter page.
I remember this.
Yes.
It's like the best thing ever.
Yeah. Now people are going after Ernie the Keebler elf.
Really?
What? Why?
So
I mean, he just makes life happy with cookies.
Yeah.
Hold, please. I don't know who Ernie the Keebler elf is.
This guy.
The elf.
Yeah. the Keebler elf.
Oh, that lives in the tree.
Yeah.
Got it.
There you go.
So, there was this one tweet that says, I have hashtag no filter when it comes to dark chocolate and vanilla icing. Hashtag cookies and cream fudge stripes. They're the best. Now, also, just for the record, I mean, I don't follow Ernie's page, but I have seen some of his tweets and also some of his Facebook posts. I mean, like sponsored stuff, like just like pops up, and they're all
Is it
just
sad-
cheesy.
wait. Is it sad that your sponsored ads pop up with the Keebler elf?
Anyway,
Just throwing it out there.
so
Have any of you guys seen the Keebler elf pop up on your Facebook under a sponsored ad?
I didn't even know what the Keeper Elf was.
I haven't. I'm fat.
I like cookies, and I am also fat, and I have not seen that.
Just saying, Midge. What do you look at?
anyway, so there was another one that that he tweeted out and says, people say hashtag pumpkin spice is hashtag basic. When it comes to cinnamony pumpkin spice fudge stripes, does basic mean yummy? And then you got a lot of people replying to that asking, what is the sexuality of the elves?
What?
Yeah.
But why?
And then you've got... Then he tweeted out this other picture, and it says, I think hashtag cookie should have been nominated across all categories. Somebody replied to that saying, Ernie's so thick, OMG. Yeah. Oh, the vanilla, the dark chocolate vanilla icing one that I referenced earlier, somebody made a reference and said something like, fist me, Ernie.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Yeah.
That got real fast.
That escalated so fast.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Fist Me Daddy came from a post when he said, this new game is so fun. How will I get any baking done? Hashtag National Video Game Day. And somebody replied, Fist Me Daddy.
What is wrong with people?
So many things.
So, the best one.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Can someone put me in the picture with the pumpkin spice fudge stripes? I haven't been to the Photoshop. And Photoshop is 2 words because Ernie the Keebler elf doesn't know social media. It's stupid. But anyway. So that was that. The listeners at home are not going to be, unfortunately, able to see the Photoshop, but here's live reaction.
These people have so much time on their hands. Like, what are you doing with your life that you're doing this?
I mean, I'm not even mad.
It's so absurd.
All I heard of this whole story is that there are pumpkin spice cookies somewhere in the universe, and I don't have any.
Get a detour on the way home, huh?
Maybe. The grocery store's real close to my house.
So,
Oh, what the?
so I'm in a Photoshop class right now,
Really?
and we had to do a destruction themed photo.
Apparently, you should have chosen Keebler Elf.
Apparently, but I thought that Demonic Barney and One-Eyed Kitten were much better culprits.
It's intriguing.
I mean, I'm glad they picked Paris to destroy.
Well, that was my call, but, you know,
Well, I mean, that's what I meant.
right.
That they picked 3, whatever.
It was my first, like, Photoshop, though, so I mean, I think it's pretty decent.
Barney swinging the part of the Eiffel Tower at the airplane?
He is.
Okay. It's like a baseball bat.
Exactly. And he's demonic. I mean, look at those eyes.
I never really appreciated the eyes.
He's got sharpened teeth, too.
Yeah, he does.
Consummate V's.
Good times.
Pretty extreme.
I liked it. I mean, at first it was just a regular old picture of friggin' Paris. I threw a bunch of crap. Planes and explosions. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm not going to lie.
Next time you can burn down the Keebler Elf tree.
Aww.
Maybe I'll do my next Photoshop project involving the Keebler Elf.
Well,
And Tony
hopefully,
the Tiger.
Oh,
hopefully
And
there's no
and Tony the
fisting.
Tiger.
And Tony the Tiger.
no fisting. No
Yeah.
furries.
What if it's like that picture, but instead of like the chick, it's Tony the Tiger?
I want that to be a thing. Let's make that happen.
I'll do my best. You know, that didn't have to be a school thing. I think I'd get in trouble for that.
And Tabitha's wanting to go home.
Yep.
Bet you've never been so happy to hear this, right?
This makes my day better.
She can't get the image out of her head.
God, I really can't.
It's gonna happen. Just not this weekend. I'll be in Chicago. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking in with us today. It has been a blast. I've really enjoyed the show tonight, guys.
I think we did an extremely good job.
We tried.
No, I agree. I'm with you. Mitch is like counting down. He's doing the fist bump. Pump.
Oh, yeah.
Remix! There it is. Mitch had to wait for the drop. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for tonight. It was a good show. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Bye.